Hey guys, Buffalo Dietitian here. Today we're going to talk about introduction to meal prep. I know a lot of people meal prep, or a lot of people want to meal prep and they don't know how or what they need to do it. I've been a fan of meal prepping for years now. I meal prep lunches, sometimes dinners if I'm going to have a busy week, okay? But usually I meal prep about 10 lunches a week on a Sunday night for myself and my fiance, and they're all the same. I have in the past made different meals, but typically with meal prepping, you're gonna prep in bulk. So you're gonna make lots of the same food. What I love about meal prep is that, yes, it takes some time when you're doing it, but then it's done for the week. All you have to do is reheat it, okay? Or freeze it and then reheat it. So it's a nice way of doing it. So some things that I recommend you purchasing before you meal prep. Containers. Okay, I got these on Groupon. The brand is Freshware. I love them. They're stackable, they're reusable, obviously. Dishwasher safe, microwavable safe. You can freeze them, and I really do like them. So you need containers. Okay, some containers come with little separations in them. I just prefer just a big old container. Okay. Another thing you need. Actually, this should be done before you even get your containers, but making a list of what food you need at the grocery store, okay? Actually making a list of what meals you're gonna make for the week is important, okay? So doing that, so if you're gonna meal prep on a Sunday, make your list on a Saturday. Have it ready for when you go grocery shopping, okay? So the second thing on the list is gonna be a grocery list, okay? I always have notepads all around. I'm kind of addicted to writing lists out. I like to check off things. So I'm always writing lists out, but I write down what I need for that recipe that I'm about to make. Then I go into my pantry, my fridge, my freezer, see if I actually do need them or if I have those items. And if I have them, then I don't need to purchase them at the store, okay? So then you go to the grocery store, pick up everything you need, okay? Now, when it comes to prepping, actually at your house, I'm a big fan of cooking. I know a lot of people might not like to cook. I love to cook. So if you're not really into it and you don't know what you need to have in the kitchen for meal prepping, some considerations is a cutting board. Simple, I know, but you need one to cut things on. I would recommend plastic or glass, not wood, okay? I also recommend that you use different ones for your fruits and vegetables versus your meats, okay? And if you can, put them in a dishwasher, okay? Another thing that I like to use is a scale, a food scale, okay? Some people want to be a little more precise with their measuring when they're meal prepping, which is fine. So this scale you could purchase at Wegmans. I think I got it for $20, and it has units of grams and ounces, okay? So scale. Another thing to measure food, especially if you're really wanting that exact portion size, measuring cups, okay? So if you're measuring half cup of rice, here you go, okay? Another thing is measuring spoons, okay? Same thing. So when you're making recipes, you're measuring out tablespoon of oil, tablespoon of peanut butter. These are really important to a lot of people to get that exact amount, okay? Another thing I like to have when I do meal prep are bowls, okay? This one's filled with peppers for this week's meal prep, which is going to be chicken teriyaki with peppers and broccoli and brown rice. So I like to have bowls on hand to put things in, whether it be garbage or just put everything in one bowl and mix it up, okay? So I have probably honestly 20 bowls in my kitchen. Another thing I really like to use for meal prepping is a steamer. This little guy you could purchase at Bed Bath & Beyond for about, I don't know, like 10 bucks. So all you do is you fill a pan with a little bit of water and then you boil it, put this on the water, put the vegetables on top, and then cover it and cook it for about 5 minutes. So the vegetables are just steaming. You can make them as crisp as you want or cook them longer, however you like your vegetables. But I do use this a lot with my meal prep, okay? Obviously you're gonna need knives and pots and pans and things like that. But you can start small. Some people feel like meal prepping for the whole week, the whole 5 days, is too much. So maybe you just meal prep 3 days a week. Maybe you meal prep on Sunday night and you meal prep for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then you maybe buy or whatever you like else you like to eat for the last 2 days. Meal prepping for at least 1 day a week is better than none. Okay. Another thing I really like about meal prepping is it's cheap. Okay. There's tons of services out there that you can purchase prep meals from that probably average anywhere from $5 to $10, sometimes even more. Making meals at home, I typically, when I do meal prep, sometimes I'll put the price down what it would be if you made that meal at home yourself, and it's usually less than $4, sometimes less than $2. Okay, so it really could be inexpensive. The things I really look for in a meal is I like to have a protein, a starch, and veggies. And then the fat kind of falls in there, whether it be from the protein I choose, or maybe it's the way I'm cooking the vegetables or the starch, okay? So that's kind of like how I like to set up my meal prep. Those are the things I use. So stay tuned for my meal prep for this week, for the recipe. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me at Buffalo Dietitian, or on Facebook, Buffalo Dietitian, okay? See you later.